Are you under 1000 rating? And no matter what you do, does it seem like it's a huge obstacle to get even close to that 1000 rating? If you're having trouble and if you are stuck, then this is the video for you. As in this episode of the hashtag Ask a Chess Master Show, I'll be showing you 2 easy questions to ask yourself to get yourself to that level soon as possible, coming straight up. If you're under 1000 rated, and it's been that way for a very long time, you might be saying, hey Sean, you must be lying to me because I've been practicing so much, I've been looking at openings, I've been doing tactics, I've been playing so many different games, but I still can't seem to improve. In fact, I have a lot of friends who I've seen played for a very long time, but they get stuck under that 1000 rating. Is it because they're not smart? Is it because they don't have the skills to play chess? And the answer for me to them is obviously not. I think everybody has the skill, everybody has the ability to even get to like a low master. And to get above that, it might be harder, but I think everybody is capable of doing that. And why do I say that? I think the reason why people can't get to those levels is because they don't have the guidance or they just don't know what it will take or what you need to know to get there. So what are the 2 things I think are the only things you need to know to get to that 1000 rating? Well, it's quite simple. The first one is basically you need to always ask yourself what your opponent is doing after every single move. Spend at least 30 seconds a move. Doesn't matter what the time control, unless it's under 1 minute. If you're playing under 1 minute and you're under 1000 rated, you're never going to improve like that. But when you're first starting out, play longer games, like 15 minutes online, and think for maybe like 10 to 30 seconds each move, asking yourself, hey, my opponent just played this move. What is it trying to do? And I will guarantee this question, this single question, will skyrocket your rating so much. So what do I mean? Let me give you an example, a very simple example. Let's say you're playing on the black side here and your opponent plays e4. This is trying to control the center. Makes sense. You play e5 and your opponent plays queen h5. So queen h5 is very simple, right? The idea is he's attacking your e5 pawn and putting pressure on f7. He's not threatening to take f7 because you have one defender, but he is threatening to take on e5, which means you have to make a move to defend e5, which means knight c6 kind of makes sense, right? So you see your opponent's threats, and then you defend against them. It's as simple as that. The opponent then plays bishop c4. This is the wonderful thing about chess. When you're under 1000 rating, you don't really have to care about big grandiose ideas because your opponents are under 1000 rating too, which means that both of you guys probably aren't thinking of Magnus Carlsen level strategies. Instead, everything is only like one move ahead, right? So bishop c4, you should think to yourself, what is my opponent doing? Oh, he's attacking my f7 pawn with 2 pieces and it's only defended by 1 piece. So here I won't just play whatever I want to play like knight f6, because if this were to happen, I get checkmated. And I might be like, wow, how did this happen? But if you were to actually think about every single move, about what they did, it would instantly ring in your head and it would become very simple. So instead, you can think to yourself, how can I defend f7? Now, obviously, pawn g6 is the best move. But at your level, if you're under 1000, any move that actually defends f7 will actually work just as well. Queen f6, queen e7, knight h6 will work just as well if you're under 1000 rated. It doesn't matter which move is best. All you need to do is not fall for your opponent's threats, and I can assure you 100% your rating will increase. So what is the second thing I want to talk to you guys about? The second thing is basically an even simpler idea, is before you make any move, like in your brain, you're probably thinking, oh, let's say your opponent plays, instead of this queen random to h5 idea, your opponent plays knight f3. You see that he's attacking your e5 pawn because you ask yourself the first question. You defend him with knight c6, and then you play this move, and then your opponent plays this move, pawn c3 or something. Now here I see a lot of players, they just move their bishop wherever, right? They just move their bishop. They think bishop e4 is good, but they don't ask themselves this simple question: is my move safe? Just take a look around. Look at all the pieces. Look at where all they're aiming. Chess is a game about squares, not a game about pieces. Where are these pieces attacking? Oh, this pawn is attacking my bishop. So should I move the bishop there? The answer is obviously not. So this two-step process is actually a very simple, very easy process that you guys need to learn. And just by doing this, You guys don't need a single plan. You guys don't need to know a single tactic. And I can promise you, by just not blundering pieces and just thinking about what your opponent's trying to do, you will get to a rating extremely, extremely high, around that 1,000-ish. Also, try to take advantage of any of your opponent's blunders, because I can assure you, if they're under 1,000, they're probably playing moves like this as well, and you could take advantage of it immediately. Tell me in the comment section below if these 2 questions helped you guys propel yourself over that 1,000 rating. Now, if you want to figure out the best move at any position, check out that video over there for more super good chess content.